Queen Victoria, the Isle of Wight, England, 1899. My home is now with Jack Seeley at Brook Beach on the Isle of Wight in Britain, a place where the big waves of the Atlantic Ocean collide with rough rocks. Sometimes, when the white-tailed sea eagle appears unexpectedly and hovers above the beach, I run with it at full tilt until the rocks grow too steep to allow me to go any further. Then I neigh as loudly as I can, hoping that my best friend, Little Shadow, who lives on the other side of the ocean, can hear me. Even though I miss him and the rest of my family, both human and animal, I am happy here. Sometimes I join the other horses from the estate and run deep into the sea. Then we all frolic in the water. And then, of course, there's the person I love most of all, my owner, Jack. Look how beautiful you are. There's not a day that goes by that Jack doesn't sing my praises. Look at how your muscles bulge. First it was the desert world, and now it's the rocky landscape, the beach and the fields that have made you so fit and tough. This part of the Isle of Wight is a well-known and much sought-after field where horses come to get fit. There's a steep 60-metre slope with a stream on either side running down from a forest, and the field itself is 2 kilometres long. It's this landscape that makes our bones grow stronger and stronger. Jack's mansion is known as Motterstone, and one of the best things about the island is when the local horse riders meet there for the monthly goat hunt. Jack's closest friends, Tom Connolly, who was with him in Egypt, Smith, who helps with the horses on the estate, and Edward Denham always ride along. Smith rides a beautiful thoroughbred horse, a gelding called Don't Touch Me. True to his name, he can be something of a nutcase. He doesn't allow anyone but Tom to ride him. Edward is a trumpeter in the local band, and wherever you see him, you'll find his trumpet too. Edward plays for us before the hunt. Jack and I are usually right at the front because I'm first to pick up the scent of the goats. Horses have a fantastic sense of smell, and Maharaja's is keener than that of any dog, boasts Jack, looking through his telescope as he gives me free rein to follow my nose. Jack and I understand each other. No horse can comprehend the specific meanings of human words and language, but we do understand their tone of voice. Jack understands this well. Horses know when someone is angry. Their heartbeat speeds up when someone talks to them in a harsh and hurtful manner. They also come to recognise certain words, such as when they are warned about where to walk or when to run or stand still. Naturally, they understand loving words too. And what humans don't know is that, like most other animals, they're always waiting just to hear those words. Isn't that true, my beautiful Maharaja? To show Jack that I understand him and that I agree, I carefully tilt my head towards him and gently rub my nose against his cheek. The hunt days always end with a feast where everyone has a wonderful get-together. One of Jack's old-school chums, Winston Churchill, is also there. He's a few years younger than Jack and, like Jack, also went to boarding school at Harrow in London. Winston's love for horses is exceptional, and he's very talented at working with them. Small in stature, he suffered terribly at school at the hands of bullies who made life difficult for him. Yet it was this very stature that helped him excel when it came to horses. At just 1.68 metres tall, using both his horsemanship and light weight, he has already won a good number of horse races. He knows Don't Touch Me too. That very lively horse also served as a racehorse and won a few races himself. Due to his temperament, though, and the fact that no one would dare touch him, it was very difficult to do any groundwork with him. I suspect that someone hurt him while he was in the stable when he was still a foal. Horses never forget. It's just his way of protecting himself. Winston knows all about horses and riding, and the animals make him very happy. There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man, he says as he enjoys a sip of his whiskey. I hear you're a writer now, Winston, asks Jack. Winston sips at his whiskey again before he answers. I enjoy writing sometimes, just for fun. It's good for me, and it keeps the old black dog away. These are sad thoughts. You know, my friend, sometimes I must disappear to be all alone and away from this messed up old world. Then I can write the sadness away. That's good, Winston. Is it true that you've been appointed as a journalist at the Morning Post newspaper? That's right, Winston replies. In order to be sent to South Africa as a war correspondent, I had to accept the job there. They're paying me 4 months in advance. By then, the battle against the tiny Boer population will be done. The experts are speaking of a battle 3 weeks long. What's the situation in South Africa? Why is there a war there? Asks Jack with interest. As you'll be aware, both the Natal and Cape colonies are British territories, and the Transvaal and Free State republics belong to the Boers. The main cause of the war is the discovery of gold in Johannesburg, which forms part of the Transvaal Republic. This means that the Transvaal Republic is now the world's largest source of gold, a situation that threatens Britain's position as the strongest, most important power in Southern Africa. I understand. So the reason for the war is not really about Britain wanting the gold? No, explains Winston as he lights a cigar. We want to control the area where the gold is. The Boers are also working on a port and rail connection with Mozambique, and that could cut the British colonies out of the gold trade. London is currently the centre of world trade, and as you know, there is a race for colonies in Africa between Britain, France and Germany. We can't take any chances. A few days later, Winston sails aboard one of the first warships to travel from England to South Africa. A short time later, Jack and his family receive a dinner invitation to the most beautiful residence on the island. Osborne House belongs to none other than the Queen of England. Everyone dresses up smartly to make the best possible impression on Queen Victoria. Nim, you look beautiful. Jack's mouth hangs agape in admiration as he gazes at his wife, a beautiful brunette. Her real name is Emily, and she's the daughter of the shipping magnate, Sir Harry Crichton. Jack rides me, and Nim rides a stately brown thoroughbred horse with a shiny side saddle. Their children, 3-year-old twins called Emily and Frank, stay at home with Nim's mother. They both wave happily after us. The gardens at Osborne House are filled with plants and flowers chosen personally by Queen Victoria's late husband, Prince Albert. I'm suddenly startled. What are these strange things running in my path? I swerve sharply to the right. These things want to eat me. There, Maharaja, laughs Jack. They're only squirrels. I relax a little, but I still don't trust these strange creatures. They sit up straight, their small sharp ears erect. Their front legs have long sharp claws and their thick tails swing in the air. They seem to be as scared of me as I am of them, and they quickly scurry away among the red roses and the fruit trees. The Queen and her jet black horse have just returned from an outride, and she reads an important message while still sitting in the saddle. There's a small woolly black mongrel there who has run all the way alongside them. He rushes at us, barking furiously. What a conceited little dog! Stop, Turi, comes the order from the Queen. He obeys immediately. Turi and his mistress are inseparable. In common with most of the other members of the British royal family, Victoria loves animals with a passion. Jack laughs out loud as the Queen's parrot suddenly starts talking. Give me some money! Give me some money! He shouts. I almost have a meltdown and Jack has to calm me down before I run away. A bird that talks like a human! I've never seen the like of it, and feel little Shadow's absence again. His name is Coco, Maharaja, Jack says soothingly. He won't do anything to you. The Queen's horse shines, reflecting the rays of the summer sun. Jack looks appreciatively at the beautiful animal. When Queen Victoria's beloved husband, Prince Albert, died, she fell into such deep grief that she didn't even want to get up. Someone recommended that she start caring for her horse and preparing him to be ridden every day at the same time that she and Albert used to go out with the animals. Working with the horse restored her hope and allowed her to live a normal life once more. Later in the day, all the guests are sitting outdoors at a beautifully set table among the roses. After they've taken their places, Queen Victoria comes walking up. She's already old and short, but even so, she remains elegant and seems, somehow, to float along. The people stand up out of respect and they take their seats again only after she sits down. Queen Victoria tells everyone at the table about the message she has just received. It concerns disturbing news about the war in South Africa, where the British soldiers are fighting. As Queen Victoria speaks, everyone else is silent, and I can hear her every word clearly. The British Army needs help. At first, this looked to the soldiers like a war that would be over in 4 months, but now it looks as if this is going to be the biggest, costliest, and most difficult battle in the history of England. The people of England have my gratitude, and so too those here on our beautiful island who are willing to go and help as volunteers. Later, when we greet the Queen, she extends her hand to Jack. May you have a safe journey and a speedy return. Jack takes her hand and kisses it. I hope to see you again soon. The Queen approaches me. Her touch is very gentle. What a lovely grey Arabian, she says. By now my hair has become as light as my mother's. I drop my head to the Queen's shoulder, and at that moment I know that we will never see her again. 2 days later, we board the steamship Goth to begin our voyage to a country on the other side of the earth, South Africa. Chapter 3. Voyage to South Africa on board the Goth. To be continued.